Hello everyone, Brandon Carey is here, of course, aka Enigma, aka Neural Cloud, and today we are playing another new-ish game. It came out this year, came out last month, I think. This is Marvel's Midnight Suns. And if you are not aware of what this is basically card-based superhero XCOM, but with Fire Emblem 3 houses in it. Or Persona, if you're more inclined to play those games. It is kind of a strategy game with a light... Well, no, not a light. It's actually a fairly heavy touch of superhero, not dating sim, but like friendship sim. Because you can't romance these characters. They're established Marvel characters. You can't romance any of them. But we can definitely be friends with them. This is not a new game. This is in the middle of a run I'm doing currently. I'm streaming it in the middle of a run because I feel comfortable enough playing it to know that I can play an hour and not advance the story in any way. So we don't have to worry too much about spoilers here. But obviously there will be some potential spoilers just because I'm playing a game halfway through the story. This meathead that I am playing is your OC Do Not Steal.
It's good to hear those bells again after all this time.
Called The Hunter. They don't have a name. You are just the Hunter. And the story of this game is that the evil demon, evil mother of demons named Lilith has returned, and so you're resurrected as her child to kill her. With the help of everyone's favorite superheroes. Oh, I should perhaps buy this upgrade.
Great. Now we're making progress, people.
Well, we went to an actual mission now. I have an intel cache I got from my last mission.
Found something good.
This
won't take long.
Intel will send
Great
us
intel.
on
Bad
ops,
news for the
or
world.
we can
Let's
allow us to
fix it.
send our heroes on operations that don't involve the player. We can just send them
Ready
out.
for some hero work?
New York City Defender. It'll probably be either Spider-Man or Blade. So let's send Spider-Man. Maybe I actually want an epic
Where
ability
the
for
hell are
Blade.
you, Blaze?
There we go. See, that check means I got it right.
You can owe me one.
You can send anybody, but due to an upgrade I have, if you send the right person, you get an additional bonus. Mystical is probably... We'll put Doctor Strange on the case.
I'll make it my highest priority.
I'm here if you need me.
Actually, Tony Stark being your research team for this game. Where, like, XCOM, you have a research team. Here, it's Doctor Strange, Tony Stark. Let's just get right into one of the missions. I don't want to do a story mission. I'm trying to avoid that. Anything in New York? Nothing in New York. So we have 4 operations here. Don't need any artifacts. My research level is maxed out. I don't really want to try a hard mission here. Let's do Captain Marvel's mission. You see each of these as a symbol representing the hero that you can run it. You have to run it with.
Where the hell are you,
I can use
Blaze?
my senses, so we'll do this Captain Marvel mission. So she has to come on because this is her mission. I almost always bring the creative character because he's the protagonist, therefore he's just by default one of the best characters in the game. But who do I take with me today? I want to boost my friendship number with Wolverine, who just joined the party in my run. So I'm going to bring Wolverine with me. We're just going to go straight into a mission. Alright, those are pretty good. This is a pretty good shot. This game does actually a pretty good job at making you feel like the Marvel superheroes are actually in the game. But they do a good job representing their power sets as cards. Destroy the device's imports to keep growing stronger each time. Move quickly.
Hydra
Okay,
is
so we've
already
got it.
experimenting with more of those charges Faustus created. You need to put a stop to their little test.
We need to destroy the devices before the timer runs out. And the longer we fight, the
change your
stronger
mind?
the enemies will become, so we need to kind of settle this fast. Get all of my procs for the
Just
start of the
focus on
mission is
destroying
from all
the
my
charges.
friendships.
Hydra has enough warm bodies to overwhelm you eventually.
Objective locked in.
So you see I have a drawn initial hand of cards. Some of them, each of them represent different heroes. And that's kind of how this game starts, how each mission starts. So we're going to plan this out. 'Cause I have to deal with these, but my first kind of objective is to keep my heroes alive by destroying a lot of the small fry. We're going to actually spend, because you can see there in the bottom right all of my stats for each turn. I have 3 cards I can play, 2 mulligans, plus an extra 3 for my passive bonus. And that's really, those are the big 2 currencies. There's also these environmental obstacles here that you can use to deal damage. I'm going to start by using this explosive to do some
Ready up.
small damage to the enemies here. Nothing here is lethal, so you'll notice this card has the word quick on it. So if I kill an enemy with it, if I kill an enemy with this quick card, I actually don't lose the card. I get the card. I get to play the card. I get to play another card this turn. And let me show you what I mean.
Not looking good for you. First one that makes an old dog joke.
See, now I still have 3 card plays because I killed an enemy with a quick card. And so the strategy here, unlike XCOM, there's not really a concept of cover. So the strategy here is to use these cards to quickly move in and deal damage to forces before they have a chance to retaliate against you. Your defense is offense, although there are characters that do have defensive playstyles, like Captain America is one of them. Damage does this do? 87. That's not a lot, but can help me take care of some of these.
Now that was something.
Use our holy burst
You have
to
earned
do some more
this.
AoE damage. Oh, I didn't realize how loud it was. You're right. Shit. Let me turn this down a little bit. Thank you for catching that. I'll turn down a little bit more even. I didn't realize how loud the actual mission was compared to the like non-missions part of the game. We still have 1 card left to play. Let's mulligan one of these. You have enough heroism to play that. Oh, that's not a great card to get in your redraw. You also notice I have this heroism stat in the bottom right of my screen. That's basically mana. You spend heroism to play these heroism cards. For these heroic cards here. Like you see, this Wolverine card costs 2 heroism to play. But also, environmental objects also cost heroism to use. So that's kind of your big resource, as opposed on top of just the number of cards you can play per turn. Are these heroism points, these mana points? I'm mulligan this away too, see if I can get a quick card. I actually don't have enough heroism to do any more crate breaking. I only have 1 card to play more before I had to pass turn. We haven't done any objective damage. We have taken out a number of enemies, and that's probably good enough to get started. Oh, that's free, so we'll play that. A free card can be played even when you have no other plays left. Or it doesn't cost the card play. Alright, so we have nothing else we can do this turn, so we're going to pass. And now our opponents have a chance to respond. You can see, because Captain Marvel has resist, she's actually taking no damage from those attacks. That's a passive. Oh, okay.
The bearer of bad news, but it looks like you've got another.
This got complicated quickly.
One of the fallen.
It's a Sabretooth, though, so that's probably not the worst thing that could happen.
One of these days, I'm gonna put you down for good.
Oh, we got the item from shop class. Captain Marvel. Actually, no. Let's use this Berserk card from Wolverine. Draw some Wolverine cards, and Wolverine has lifesteal this turn. Wolverine is really good at dealing either big damage to one guy or a bunch of little damage to a bunch of little guys.
Some real competition.
We'll use this heroic combo. We can't. Oh, we can't use it on this. Do we have to use it on Sabretooth? Because if we defeat Sabretooth, he just goes and runs away like a little asshole. If we can take him out quickly, that would probably save us some misery later on. But even if we finish the objective, because he spawned, we have to defeat him.
Not bad.
And we'll use our mulligans to get rid of some of these Captain Marvel cards. Okay, that's good. That's very good. But we are out of plays this turn, and out of heroism to play other cards.
You took your shot, but Mother wasn't having it.
I'm gonna make you pay.
Looks like they call for help.
Thankfully, that big guy is dying every time he tries to shield something. So we are not in the worst position. Well, Captain Marvel is not looking great. These are all chumps. Okay, these guys have no health bar. They will die in one hit.
Just what I need.
Alright.
That easy anymore.
That is lethal. Bye.
Night night.
Now he'll retreat.
Your face is sealed.
Drop the big thing on them. And the good part about this is that we can chain beautiful. Oh, I misplayed. That might be fine though. Yeah, we can spend some heroism to correct our misplay. Kill this guy. As you can see, there's actually quite a bit of strategy that comes into this game. Although I don't think Captain Marvel will survive this turn. That's probably fine, actually. Yeah, that's fine.
One of ours is down. We are being reinforced.
You're running out of health to block with, aren't you? Yeah, you're almost dead.
Not lost focus yet. Nothing to report.
Now let's kill one of the stragglers.
Feel my call.
Revive Captain Marvel.
I've got some scores to settle.
We're gonna mulligan one of her cards, though. If one of your heroes is knocked out, that's a very good question. It's simply they just can't use any of their moves. At all. Basically they just can't use their moves. And if all three heroes are knocked out, then you lose.
Once again, the lift servants fall.
So it's not really a big price. It's just you have to keep that in mind when you're playing your cards. Probably time to start getting this objective down. I need to spend my heroism on you right now. What's your binary at? 2? Yeah, that's probably... You'll probably die if I do this, actually. Let's not do that. Let's see, if we throw one of these crates, you won't have enough for Proton Beam.
Here we
That's
go.
fine. No, these are Marvel superheroes. The idea that they would die, unlike an XCOM, that's never gonna happen. Marvel would never allow it in a video game. They would just never allow it. So instead of dying, they get knocked out,
So that's how that works.
and they'll get injured, and they will have an injury that they need to heal off before they can fight again. But yeah, they are Marvel superheroes. They will not die. That's just not a thing that will happen. All right.
Nothing to get worked up about down here.
These are all weaklings, though, except for this one guy here and you here. I think I can actually use Captain Marvel here. I'll be very careful about how I use her, though. I want to also finish off that objective over there this turn. So let's Holy Flame you.
As a child of the servants of Lilith, Now I teach them.
Oh, your protagonist is a like no, your protagonist also can't die. He's a protagonist. He has protagonist stuff to do before he dies. And this should take care of most of them.
Sometimes you gotta see it for yourself.
No, the hunter is your OC. Do not steal. He's the protagonist of the story. He will not die.
That's one charge down.
Even he will just get knocked
Out
out.
of the woods yet.
So what do I do from here? I'm not quite in binary yet. Because Captain Marvel has a unique power where if you play 3 of her cards, she goes into a binary state, as the game calls it. What do I do? Probably kill at least one of these to up the odds that the captain lives this turn. I'll kill the one with health.
Return to your mother.
Alright, he's coming for me. That's perfect.
Think that would stop me?
Because obviously the Avengers will be led by this random hunter.
Tell him who sent you.
Devs are cowards. I don't know if it's the devs as much as it is like it's Marvel canon.
Sure about that?
These are superheroes. It's not quite the same
Over
thing.
the years, Lilith's disciples have come in many forms.
I'm gonna rip you a new one.
The hunter is, as befitting a protagonist, very flexible in their build. They can be any. They have a diverse suite of abilities that can be tailored to any kind of playstyle. But for me personally, my hunter is very good at healing. They have a lot of light element moves that recover HP.
Not your strength.
Like, I don't have any in my hand right now, so I can't really show it off. So we'll apply a weak point to this device. And, like, since he's the protagonist, he has to be flexible, so... Or she. You can make a female hunter as well. Well, we're gonna take all of this because he taunted the enemies.
Is that your best shot?
Hostile reinforcements inbound.
That's alright, we were basically done here.
You said I'm coming after me.
Not looking so good.
Like, that's one of his powers. Let me see if I can draw one before this fight's over. Yeah, this Holy Spark is a good one. Because Hunter can be either light or dark or somewhere in the middle. This move is a quick move, but it can also be used to heal a status ailment. And there are other moves that, like, they can do damage or they can heal. Or they'll do a lot of damage, but they'll hurt Hunter. It really depends on how you want to build them. I had chosen the light side because there's really not a whole lot of good healers in this game. Which means Hunter is de facto the best healer by virtue of being the only one.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
But it really is dependent on your playstyle. We're gonna use this quick move.
You are unprepared.
And this should be lethal if you combine the weakness. I don't care if it's immune or not packed.
Another Hydra operation foiled.
And that's the objective.
Never get tired of hearing that.
They do a really good job in making the deck feel like it belongs to that hero. And there's some customization in there as well. Like, I'll show you when we get into the menu. Because this is the second part of Midnight Sun, which is the part where you visit Garrick Mach Monastery for 5,003 houses. And do social links with the Marvel heroes. Because I took those two on a mission, I gained friendship points with them, and this is my pet Hellhound Charlie. Say hello, Charlie. She's the greatest. She's the best. Good Charlie. Oh, today's an emo kids meeting.
Getting good enough. I might let you call me Logan.
I have something for you.
A video of a kitten with its entire head in a jar of peanut butter, and then a puppy licks the peanut butter off the kitten.
Components for shop class.
Be honest, have I traveled back in time?
No, you sent me a message.
Right. I set those up before the last meeting. And you got one.
So, what should
I can take them.
Are you sure?
Yeah. If you hand them over, I can get Tony and Robbie talking again.
And if not?
I'll give them all back. Deal?
Agreed.
So by dorky shirt, do you mean like Meat Slab here's shirt or Peter Parker's shirt?
Hunter?
Because I'll be honest, you can customize the outfit your character wears. Not many of them are particularly good. Like, I'm a dude who's into buff dudes, but like even I think this is a little ridiculous. Just how fucking built Meat Slab here is. I don't really like any of these outfits. No, this is the default. Like you don't change the build, you change the face. You don't actually change how like his musculature at all. That's the thing. Like I didn't do anything with this. This is the default. Cuz there is no other option. Like I know it's tempting to go, "Oh, of course, New Dark Cloud made the buff character," but I didn't this time. Believe me, I actually didn't. This is just the male model is just fucking Meat Slab. The collar for like story reasons is kind of like designed to keep his powers in check because he's just too strong. He needs that limiter or the darkness starts seeping out. And there are different types of collars that provide different passives. And I see you. And I will ban any bot that enters my chat. Let's try this again. I think I mistyped. Bye. Bye.